Hi everyone, Dr. Fink here. Today we'll talk about a very interesting topic, and it is why can steroid abusing athletes get away with so many carbs without getting fat? Okay, quick disclaimer, this is not medical advice, this is entertainment only. All right, so you might wonder why athletes on PEDs can eat so many carbs without getting fat. There's a simple answer, and I will get right to it. It's insulin sensitivity. Okay, so let's take it step by step so we can understand the process. So we eat carbohydrates. Okay, when we eat carbohydrates, there's glucose coming inside of the body. Okay, in the bloodstream, glucose. Here we have our glucose, and this glucose needs to be disposed of. Okay, we can use it as energy, but we can also store it, or we can transform it into fat. Okay, so the best way to use it in terms of bodybuilding is to store it inside of the muscle. Okay, and we're doing that by releasing insulin. Okay, so first, once we eat carbohydrates, our pancreas will release insulin, and insulin will activate a molecule called GLUT4. And this GLUT4, upon activation, will travel to the cell membrane and open a gate. And via this gate, GLUT4 is allowing glucose to enter the cell. Okay, so this is very important. So insulin activates GLUT4. GLUT4 travels to the cell membrane and lets glucose inside of the cell. So now the glucose is not in the bloodstream anymore. Okay, so we don't need to use it as energy, or will not transform into body fat. Now we have it inside of the cell. Okay, now we can store it. But there's another step now. Once we have our glucose inside of the cell, as I said, we need to store it. And the storage form of glucose is called glycogen. Okay, so we have our glycogen storages here. And there's a molecule which is called glycogen synthase. And glycogen synthase is basically limiting the amount of glycogen we can store in our cells. And if we have enough glycogen synthase, we can get this glucose, transform it in some ways. I will not go into details here, but we'll make glycogen out of glucose and store it in the form of glycogen. Okay, and the more glycogen synthase we have, the more glycogen we can store, and the more our muscles will be full and round via glycogen storages. And glycogen synthase is also activated by anabolic androgenic steroids. Same goes for GLUT4. Okay, so anabolic androgenic steroid, testosterone, tretinoin, DECA, etc., increase the activation of GLUT4. So we are intaking more glucose inside of the cell. Now we have the glucose inside of the cell. Now glycogen synthase is also increased by anabolic steroids and will make more glycogen storages and will make our muscles look fuller and bigger and prevent excess glucose to be outside of the cell and be converted into fat. Okay, so this is basically the secret of how performance enhancing drugs such as anabolic steroids can make athletes be able to eat so many carbs, look full and round, without getting fat. Okay, it all depends on the insulin sensitivity on GLUT4 and glycogen synthase enhanced by those PEDs. Okay, please let me know what you think and comment down below. Thank you for watching.